Just like budgeting could be bad. Losing shit. Losing shit, forgetting shit, losing shit. I lose my AirPods daily.
Yeah.
Sometimes twice. I lose my keys daily.
Every day.
Sometimes twice. The remote control to my TV twice a day. Just this shit.
You ever go to your car and then like, oh, I forgot something. You go back upstairs and then you go back to your car. You're like, oh wait, I forgot something else.
I'm telling you, like, it's just like
it's executive functions.
Medication. That I take my medication.
Yeah.
Being irritable as fuck. Like today, I don't want to speak to anybody.
Overstimulation.
I don't want to talk to people.
Yeah.
It's weird shit that's kind of like, I can improve my life. It's quality of life type of things.
Welcome back to another episode. Sean Johnson, Head Steph, Sade Renee. You now tuned into another episode of the IC Mother. Yeah. Mullywater,
We're shaking, huh?
Yeah, what up, y'all?
Hey guys.
Oh man, just bowling in a bando with a few biddies and then go to trip, and you know the bid.
So we back. It's been a long week.
Long weeks.
We'd always like to thank everybody for tuning back in.
Appreciate y'all.
What's going on, Sade?
I don't know. I have no idea. I feel like I'm very disconnected from the world right now. I'm a little self-absorbed right now.
I hear that.
I don't know.
Me time.
I don't watch the news. I don't care about what's going on.
Me time. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I have no idea.
There's a lot of good games about to come out. I ain't gonna lie. I'm back on my nerd shit.
You said good games?
Video games is getting crazy. Unreal Engine 5. I know niggas don't really give a fuck about that on this channel, but hey man.
No, you never know.
The inner nerd in me is going like this, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm just trying to tell you, bro. They got a lot of MMOs coming out, that Throne and Liberty. I just sometimes wish, bro. I wish like y'all would get into games because I feel like
I just don't have time.
It'd be like, I know. But this shit would be so dope if y'all did.
I'm not against them. I just don't have like the bandwidth for it.
Just find the bandwidth. Get an upgrade. You know what I'm talking about?
But what system do
you
even
on
start?
PC now. I used to have every system. Every console.
Are consoles like an old thing now?
No. Well, I would say this: PS5 and Xbox Series X is like they're this generation shit. But what ended up happening,
I would say we got those in my house.
Yeah. So basically, what ended up happening is because of COVID, tech in general, chips and shit, anything to do with tech, everything was hard to get. So a lot of people didn't get the next gen systems until like people are just like still starting to get them now. So for the past 3 years that it's been out, they've been making games that are compatible with the old system and the new system, which means they're not using the capabilities of the new system
as often.
So it's like the new iPhone comes out, but it does pretty much that's what the iPhones do. But anyways, so let's say something else that you expect to be like the better version of something. So like let's say the new BMW looks exactly like the old BMW because like certain people haven't caught on yet. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like they're just starting to get good because now all the back orders are starting to be filled and everybody's pretty much like, all right, we got one. Now make the games for it, you know? So yeah, but anyways, I got tired of that shit. I switched over to PC because PC is the master race. You know what I'm talking about? No, I mean, anyways, PC. You know what I'm talking about? Let me stop. Anyways, so now it's really a thing that niggas say though. Like PC is the master race of games, not fucking on someone.
That's some real middle of America type shit.
Yeah, they say PC is the master race, and it's as far as console gaming, not skin colors. But as far as gaming, the reason why is because PC is like, it's so much more so basically with the gaming console, you're paying about $500 to $600 to get this the gen of the current gen's console. And with that amount of money, they can only do so much. When you're buying a PC now, you have the capability of spending $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 to make your graphics card as advanced or like 10 times better than a PlayStation. So it can take more. It can do more. Like you get your game, you can make it look how you want to make it look.
Oh, that's why my daughter wants one of those 3-screen desk gaming stuff. She's into gaming. That's why she loves that shit.
Yeah, that's why I'm at.
She wants the headphones, the chair, the desk, the 3 screens.
Did I show you my setup? My setup is lovely. I got just got a beanbag couch.
Really?
I just got I've always wanted a beanbag couch, bro. And when I tell you, I always saw them like, man, that's not gonna fit me. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'3".
No, they got huge ones.
I got a huge. It takes up 1/3 of my room, of my man cave. This shit is big. This shit is huge. It's like me and my
like one of those big. I want one of those.
Big, bro. Me and hubby just booling.
I will put that in my living room.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I don't know. About the living room. We got too much shit in the living room. We got the furniture and all that. But in my game room, that shit is fuego. But anyways, yeah, PCs, right? So PCs is like it's just very customizable. It's like you could tailor it to your experience. So yeah, if we all got them though, we would have a blast. I'm just saying. Think about it.
Yo, I wish I had the amount of time I used to have when I was younger. Yeah, because I learned so much shit. I'm glad that I was one of those kids. See, I grew up with 3 sisters, right?
Okay.
So I had nobody to play with.
Okay.
So I always learned how to like entertain myself. So I learned how to make beats.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Edit videos and shit like that. Yeah. I know how to draw.
Nice.
I know how to fucking paint. Just old loner activities.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I was similar. I was in the crib writing mad rhymes.
All of that shit.
I had compositions, bro.
Anything you could do by yourself?
Yeah.
That shit. I'm mastering that shit. But now I think about it and like how these new kids is growing up with like YouTube. And I would have been on Blender. I would have been creating CGI.
Monster.
I would have been coding.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We did. Well, we did code it. We did code it when we made MySpace. There wasn't
no course online for free.
Yeah. But we were doing that shit with no course.
Yeah, I know. But I'm talking about growing up.
Teaches you.
Growing up now.
Yeah, niggas is gonna be fucking scientists at fucking age of 12. It's crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
when I first started making beats, I needed an MPC.
Niggas don't even know what an MPC is.
You had to like press buttons and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? You had to like know how to sequence, and you were using a machine or something like that. Yeah. And then like these programs came out like Fruity Loops and Sony Acid.
Yeah, had the virtual MPCs.
Then like Logic and Ableton and shit like that. So it's like. Now you can be a fucking 13-year-old genius.
Yeah, yo, they be having videos of that, like little kids making beats now. I seen this one video where this nigga was like 4 years old and produced his first beat. It was like, what the fuck? Like this little niggas is just. I'm just like, damn. Well,
yeah, I seen a video.
Fuck my goddamn teen years.
I would have took if there was I know myself. If there was a tutorial online, I would have took my computer apart. And built it back up.
Yo, that ass.
I would have
just to know what everything does.
Yeah, just before it was just like you would have to like, I don't know, because you hear stories about Steve Jobs and Bill Gates doing that shit, but you're like, how?
That's some shit. Them niggas really figured that shit out.
That's what I'm saying. Like
that niggas is.
They on some other shit.
Different.
Yeah, them niggas is different.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was like. I feel like you were like very. I would say strategic with your time as a child, and I wasn't. I mean, I did write a lot of rhymes. I did do a lot of learning certain things, but I loved video games, and I still love video games. I don't know what it is. It's like I got ADHD to like the max, and that's the only thing where my mind is like not racing 24/7, and it's I just something I can just zero in on. I don't know, take me to another world and just I don't know. I'll be living in the clouds, bro.
That's me, books and movies.
That shit is dope. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Actually, speaking of ADHD, I was thinking too. Like I was talking to doctors and shit, thinking about you ever, maybe you don't have ADHD. I don't assume. Do. Okay, but like as a kid, my parents was like, they took me to the doctor. They told them I had ADHD, and you know how like black parents. I don't know if anybody that doesn't know, especially back then,
they don't play that shit.
They didn't trust any type of medication.
Nope.
With rightly so, because if you know your history, you know what the fuck happened before. Like, you know, like niggas told us the whole Tuskegee syphilis trial and all that, whatever. Mm-hmm. So anyways, they would tell my mom that I needed to be put on some medication because I was too hyperactive and I had ADHD. And she didn't want it. She tried it one time. I didn't even know she tried. She tried to put me on Ritalin. And my cousin told me she started crying when she saw how I was responding to it because I was like,
it's kind of kind of scary.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever tried like Adderall or Ritalin?
I tried Adderall as an adult one time.
Right.
And when I tell you, I felt like a superhuman.
Mm-hmm.
My nigga, I was getting Adderall from a friend that was giving it to me because it's her like 13-year-old, 12-year-old, 11-year-old, whatever was taking it, right? Uh-huh. And that shit is strong as fuck.
Strong as fuck, bro.
I was on that shit smoking bogeys, chilling, laughing, and I'm like, this is like a drug. I feel like I popped something and I'm rolling right now.
That's why I stopped.
You're giving this to kids?
Yeah. So here's the thing. So you know me with my heart issues and shit, right?
I would be in middle school just on the vape.
Yo. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, I took this shit one time and I was in class at the time. And this is back when I first started trying to go back to school. And bro, it just like, so everything was just like,
zoop. Yep.
And I was just like,
it helps you. Yeah.
What the fuck? And I'm like, everything he's saying, I'm just like, oh my God, is this how normal people feel?
Right.
It just was, I was focused.
But it's dope. It's like it's not natural focus.
I don't know. I don't know what people that don't have ADHD
I was about to say, because
like.
for me,
you know what I'm saying? So in the end of the day, once it wore off, the come down, that was like, no, I'm not doing this. I can't do this every day. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I never took it again. But now I'm starting to think like, you know what?
5-Ance is better.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, so
5-Ance is a lot smoother.
Yeah.
Adderall is like a punch, you crash. 5-Ance is a lot smoother.
I'm really saying that stuff is a lot. Yeah,
a lot. That's what I'm worried about. What are the side effects? Like, what are the long term effects? You know,
like you guys actually have ADHD. I think I just like doing drugs sometimes. Yeah. So, it's not like I shouldn't be taking that shit.
Junkie.
Yeah, I shouldn't be taking that shit. But just knowing that, just like taking it a couple times, that shit is a lot. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot.
For a person who don't
need
it.
How did you feel on
it? I felt like I don't think for me, I don't think the focus is better than when I'm focused, if that makes sense.
Okay. But you focus naturally.
Like, I don't think the focus is better than like
you're natural.
I wake up in the morning, go to the gym, go for a run, grab a cup of coffee, and I'm ready to work. Okay. Nothing's better than that. Okay. That was more like stimuli. Like, I'll take it and like I want to smoke bogeys and shit on it. I'd be drinking mad water.
So you felt good.
It felt good. Like I can go out for a night of drinking on it, like type shit. I just feel stimulated.
Okay.
It's almost like it's not a painkiller, but it felt like it was keeping me busy from being distracted, not really focusing me up. You know, the stimulus was keeping me able to do one thing instead of getting that anxiety or whatever it was from like running or eating healthy or doing shit I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. For me, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. I was prescribed that, so if somebody's prescribed that, maybe it'll work like how it's supposed to work.
Yeah. I have read that it's like if you don't have ADHD, you're not gonna.
It feels like a drug. Yeah. It just feels like a cool drug.
Okay.
For me personally, it was like naturally there's like 5 windows open in my head and each have 100 tabs open, and there's like 2 where I don't know where the music's coming from. Yeah. But when I take like Adderall, I'm on Vyvanse now, but when I take Adderall or any of those, like it's literally like all the windows shut down. And now it's one window with 5 tabs open and I turned off the music and I can focus on one window at a time.
See, when that happens to me, all I have to do is clean my room.
And I take it and then I can clean my room. Because if I don't, then I'm like in one corner, then I'm in the kitchen, then I'm in the bathroom. But if I take it, I can focus on one corner at a time.
How she's explaining it is how I am.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, a messy room will fucking like scramble my head.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm just like, I don't know where to start.
Yeah. Yes. It's too overwhelming, and then you shut down, and then you get into paralysis.
Walk away from the room.
And then you sit in another room and you go do something else.
I don't know. Somebody explained it one time. They explained it so well, which is like, oh shit, I do have ADHD. Because I've always been told I had it, but you always know that I made it this far. I don't know. These niggas know what they're talking about. You know, you got that mentality, especially from Jamaican parents. You know how it is, or just black parents. Like, you know, niggas is like, hey, don't worry about that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of want to know, like, can I be a better version of myself? Because it's like, you know what I really like. Here's what it was like a testament. Like, I don't know if I'm just impatient. As soon as I get in my car, I'm rushing to the destination.
Yeah.
I don't have to be late nowhere. I could just be going home and go chill. If I got nowhere to go, get out of my way. I'm just sitting here, move. Like, it's just like, why are you in a rush? I remember one time my shorty was like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. I just want to go. Like, I can't sit still, bro. It just drives me crazy. And I just be like, yo, what would it be like to just be chilling?
Word. That's what I said. Like, so what it is called neurodivergency. Your brain is wired a little differently. And basically, your executive reasoning and functioning is different from someone who's neuro like convergent. When they like, we're just neurodiverse. Like, and it's no one way to have or live with ADHD. It's just like certain stimuli can either overwhelm or underwhelm you. Like, we go from having too much going on to having nothing at all going on. And it's literally just like figuring out your patterns. Like me, I'm a step thinker. And if I don't have steps, I get stuck. If you don't give me like, okay, first do this. Like, I practice this with my son because he also has ADHD. I practice this. I have to have like a board, and it's like, first we do this, then we do that, then you do this. Like, I love templates. I love systems. I have to have everything has to be organized in a certain way. Else my brain is scattered and is going in one too many directions at the same time. And I feel pressure and rush to get it done, but I don't know where to start. So it's like everybody kind of has a different way their neural pathways are set up. Sometimes there's crossfires. So like loud sounds, they might fuck you up. But sometimes like when you get like that, pressure will calm you down. Like it's it's like a sensory neuro pathway kind of thing that there's no one way, but there's similarity bases to the organizational structure of how, like, what you need. Like a kid with ADHD just needs like they'll have anxiety if they don't know what's about to happen next.
So question, right? I hear a lot of people talk about having ADHD as kids in school. Like, you hear a lot about that. Like, people in school having ADHD and shit like that. How do you live with ADHD like in your 30s as like an adult?
I'm glad.
Well, that's the thing. There's an increase in that right now.
So here's the thing. As a kid, there was things I did that I either got my ass whooped, embarrassed, yelled at, embarrassed for. That was because of my ADHD. I'm still an adult now. Even with ADHD, I know, even though on the inside I'm doing this, that another motherfucker will look at me like, that nigga tripping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you'll see me just chilling, but that's not what I'm doing in my head.
So for a girl...
So right. what happens when, like, all right, Like just like regular shit we have to handle in the 30s, like doing your taxes.
Oh my god,
doing like there's so like procrastination just takes over
because you get overwhelmed by the thought of it, and like, okay, what do I have to do? Who do I have to go to? I got to make this appointment. Like, and if you have an appointment,
H&R Block.
It's just too. It's too. That's why I said it's overstimulation. It's overstimulation.
I'm not gonna lie.
You have so many fucking choices and decisions to make, and you don't know where to fucking start. Like for a girl, it's a little different because in school, like a lot of girls go undiagnosed as children because, like for me, I was a daydreamer. So I was like you. I would get caught up in my head, but I'd be stuck staring out a window, dissociated. Or I'd have moments where I had this pressured speech and I would talk too fucking much and everybody's like, shut up. I would distract the whole class with a story for like a half an hour about nothing and everybody would listen to me, but it was like there was just stuff. The teacher would say something, a thought would get triggered, and then I'd have to tell a story about it. So it was just like, it looks a little different for everybody.
So as an adult, for me, what it look like is like sometimes responsibilities get
bypassed.
Negligent behavior sometimes. I've gotten better with that.
Impulsive.
The older I get, impulsive buying. That's like been the biggest thing for me. Like it's just like, I want this.
I gotta have it. I don't care how much it costs.
Just like budgeting could be bad. Losing shit. Losing shit, forgetting shit, losing shit. I lose my AirPods daily. Yeah. Sometimes twice. I lose my keys daily.
Every day.
Sometimes twice. The remote control to my TV twice a day. Just this shit.
You ever go to your car and then like, oh, I forgot something. You go back upstairs and then you go back to your car. You're like, oh wait, I forgot something else.
I'm telling you, like it's just like
it's executive functions.
Medication. That I take my medication.
Yeah.
Being irritable as fuck. Like today I don't want to speak to anybody.
Overstimulation.
I don't want to talk to people.
Yeah.
It's weird shit that's kind of like, I can improve my life. It's quality of life type of things. You know what I mean? So it's like, maybe I don't need to buy
all of these things.
10 pizzas right now. Overeating. Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe I don't need to do that. Maybe I'm just bored.
Yep.
Maybe I can find something else productive. Maybe I don't fucking no, this is not where I put this. This is somewhere I will not think to look later on because this is not normally where I would put it. Let me put it right here. You know what I mean? It's just things like that.
Did it affect you socially? I know it affected me like social wise, like kind of coexisting with my peers. Like it affected me in that way. Like sometimes I would just get a little too excited. And then sometimes I would shut down.
Yeah. Or it was definitely
I was annoying,
moody type of shit.
Very moody.
Yeah,
like a little irrational.
Very irrational.
Frustrated.
Very irrational. Very irrational.
Yeah.
Very attention seeking. Like something.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Pick me.
Type of shit.
Especially in class, if I needed to get it off, I'd be waving my hand, jumping out my seat.
I couldn't even do that. That takes too much time to wait. Like, I got the answer, nigga.
I blurted. I get it. Speaking over people. I do it on the show. I do it on the show all the time. I'm like, I can't help it. But I like, so with someone like you said, your life can improve. I guess me kind of taking the path that I've taken and working in the field that I work in and kind of coexisting with certain people. It's really like learning certain skills. Like I have to have a freaking visual. I have to see the structure of a day. I need a template. I need alarms for fucking everything. If I have to leave the house and I know that I need XYZ, I have to put it in my alarm. Go to the refrigerator, get such and such, put it in the car. Yeah. Like I need it's so you also like emotional regulation skills. Like when I get irritable, when I get frustrated, even just kind of like a skill that I've learned when talking over people's parking lot. So if I have a thought and I know I have to get it out, I might write it down.
Wait, so the thing that's crazy, not crazy, but is that like I don't really feel like an outsider, but I feel like I can use some help focusing. Right, but I don't think I would be diagnosed with ADHD. As like ADHD.
You could be ADD.
Yes, without the hyperactivity.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I look at your temperament, you have just as much as patience as me. You know,
I know how to mask it.
Like sometimes I see you. Sometimes like guys, we deal with Sade. Sade's right. Sometimes Sade.
I'm a what?
In regular conversation, she'll throw out what are those Dragon Ball Z things called?
Kamehameha.
She'll throw a Kamehameha at you. And it's a lot sometimes.
I just feel like I understand Sade. So I just be like, if Sade, so what? Give me an example of what we're talking about.
I'm sorry for using you as an example.
Okay.
You know, she's just joking. She's just joking, guys. I'm not. I didn't hurt her feelings.
You hurt my feelings.
Don't do that to me.
I didn't know she be going off.
You say you be going off on us though. Yeah, you don't be going off on us?
I'm doing it my whole life. That's why nobody likes me.
It's not like that.
Nah, not like that. I'm sorry for saying that. I shouldn't have said that.
Nah, let's use it like
it's okay.
Something else. Let's see bullshit.
I knew she was bullshit. But say if you're dealing with somebody that just like my niece or something, right? That she like somebody that talks through you.
Yeah.
You know? Like they're trying to talk to you, then you're like, wait, but I think then they get louder, then they just like talking through you.
So my patience with that is not so again, I think it's adult. I'm not saying that I'm incapable of doing these things. It's a lot harder. I don't want to say who in my life that I've dealt with that's very similar, and I'm not similar. Bad in that. Like almost like what you say don't even matter. It's just you get to a point where it's just like, okay, you don't really care about my opinion, so I'm just gonna let you get what you need to get off. Like I know right now this conversation is not to have not saying you shot.
No, that's actually happened to me before.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what I'm talking about. So like I know my opinion doesn't matter. You're not here for a give and take. You're here for a give. So I just and I'll just either if I totally don't agree,
but I understand. I understand what when that happens. Sometimes people tell you shit so they can vent.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily so you can give a response.
Yeah.
And it's like when I figure out, oh, this is for you to vent.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, let me shut up and
let you do that.
You can use me as your conduit to like, you know what I mean? Go ahead. Yeah. Like, you know?
Exactly.
And I'm a listener too, so I'm listening to you. But I'm just like thinking about it on some shit like for somebody that's not diagnosed with the same thing, for you to seem like you have like such a like good temperament, and because like a lot of people even are like short tempered, you know, and a lot of people like I'll be at work dealing with people that like black on people every day, and I'm like, oh, what happened here? And they're like, oh, they're talking to me crazy.
So that I don't think that has anything to do with ADHD though. I feel like that's just. I feel like that's a person that doesn't know what consequences are. So the instance is like, just like the Jordan Peterson thing was like two men in a confrontation kind of both know that there's a chance of violence. So they keep it at a certain level. It doesn't go to a certain level. There's just certain things that like, you got to weigh out the pros. Everybody that gets testy with you, you can't fight them all. That's just, I don't think that has to do with ADHD. I feel like the inside of me probably feel like that, but it's just like, how long am I have to deal with this? I got other things that I want to do. So whatever, let's just get this over with. You say your rude thing and I'm just going to go. You know what I mean?
Well,
Sade, how do you think it affected you as a parent?
So I think for someone like that who lives with someone like me, and even for myself, like I know like if I actually, sometimes it's a stream of consciousness. It's not me wanting to vent. It's me just having a stream of thoughts that I kind of need to get off. And I always will apologize because you can tell when somebody gets frustrated. And just like how I shut down, like I real life will respond like that, but I may never talk to that person again because then I'll feel guilty. But like with someone who's patient with you, it's like a little bit of a coaching thing. It's like, okay, like, do you want me to listen? Or do you want me a solution? What do you need from me in the midst of this conversation? Or it's like, okay, are we having a conversation? Yeah. Because a conversation is I say something, then you say something. I know what you have to say is important. Can you hold it so I can say what I have to say? And that works for me because it shows me that you do want to talk to me. And it works for my son as well because we do this all the time. But two ADHD people can talk like that. Yeah. Like we can have these circular conversations because it's like almost like a trigger word can make you think of something completely different, but you want to bring it to the table. Yeah. And a lot of times like people's like, oh, that doesn't make sense. It's like, yeah, it does because you said this and then this is what this is, and you're trying to connect dots. Like, I think when you're talking to someone who doesn't have that, it's a little bit like you have to kind of care about the person to want to consciously say, okay, I'm dumping on this person right now. Maybe I should consider what they have to say. And when you're talking to somebody like that, you can be just overstimulated. And when you're overstimulated, you can kind of get a little too much. So if you care about a person who's doing that to you, just like, okay, what do you need from me in this conversation? And I have something that's important to say. Can you hear me out? You know? So it's like a little bit of a give and take. And even if it's hard for someone with ADHD, like, okay, we're in our 30s now. So I got to the point where I found out I had it because I was in school and I was writing papers and I'm like, yo, why am I writing papers about myself? Yeah. And so I went and I took the steps to learn certain skills. And I'm not always good at the skills, but when you're with people that actually give a fuck, they'll work with you. And it's very empowering and encouraging. And then you just consider, you know, who you talk to, how you're talking to them. You try to. You're not always the best at it, especially when you're overstimulated or you're excited. Like if I meet somebody I'm like really feel safe with or I really like them because I don't talk to too many people that often. But when I do and I get excited, I might do that. Yeah. So I always like, I'm so sorry. I just did that to you.
No, like, and that's the thing too. It's like, it's not like a disability where like, oh, I can't do certain things.
I don't see the difference, honestly. I just think like a Jamaican can easily look at you too and like, nothing wrong with you.
Yeah, of course.
Go do your own work.
Of course.
You get what I'm saying?
But it's more so the personal things that like, for instance, like I'll be like in class and like the teacher's telling me something and it'll be like, this is the part that you really need to pay attention to because you're gonna like, this is the most confusing part. And my brain will
go off in a...
I wonder if I beat the game in Zelda the other day. When I was 12 years old, like, damn, he was wearing that fit. I wonder what kind of material it was made out of. And it was like, wait,
Bring
what?
it back.
So next week's class, and it's like, fuck, I missed it. It's little thing. It's not like, how do I explain it? It's so, like, for instance, I can be talking to somebody. Like, see, talking to y'all, I enjoy our conversations because we all end up having like
when you're into it, you can be into it.
We're into it,
right?
But there'll be like conversations I have in like Discord, like, and not if any of my Discord followers find it, my apologies, but this is just the real. I'll be having a conversation, and like when the conversation goes somewhere where I'm really not that interested, I literally will tune out.
Yeah,
and you're gonna get okay, and then I gotta bring myself back. Wait, what'd you say? I won't hear it. I'm not paying attention to it.
Blinking.
It's not purposeful. It's just like I don't care. Like I don't. Well, I don't know. Not even I don't care.
I would say sometimes it's not even that you don't care. It's just like you're easily distracted. You're literally a bird can fly past, and somebody's telling you something that you want to hear,
and it could take me on a whole different thought process.
Or they can say a word that takes you on a whole nother different thought process.
That's true.
Like it's really just like a distractibility effect to it, where it's like something can trigger something else, and then it makes the person you're speaking with feel like you're not paying attention. Or even like I have a delayed speech thing, and I know somebody gets like really annoyed because they're like, I know you heard me, but it's like delayed. And I have to like kind of like filter it through my head before I can actually hear what they said.
I've done that.
And then I respond and like, see, I know you fucking heard me. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. It wasn't that I wasn't listening.
For me though, my biggest problem with it is the impulses.
Ooh.
The impulses.
I've gotten better at it.
It's like, yo, like you ever crave something? Mm-hmm. Like, what's the last thing you craved? Like I need to eat this.
It'll be on like TikTok. I'll see like a type of food, and last time I saw like I grew up Jamaican, so we don't eat. I never grew up on grits.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't eat that either.
That's what I'm saying. But I saw a plate. Porridge. I saw a plate with shrimp, catfish, and grits. Yeah, and I wanted it.
I don't know. All right, well, cool.
Or I'll see like just random Indian food I never, or like African fufu.
Oh, fufu looks dumb.
And I look at it and I never tried it, and I want to try it.
Okay, so
that's how I crave.
So like, think of like something that you get a craving for, and you've been craving. It's like intensified. It's just like
it's this intense want to.
Like it's just out of nowhere. It's like I got to do it right now. I need it right now. Mm-hmm. It's just I don't know. It's just like an impulsive, very intense wave of need or want, desire. You know what I mean? It's just like, and like granted, you know, as you get older, you learn how to deal with it. You either adhere to it or you.
But that happens a lot with like sex. That's why you see a lot of people with ADHD take drugs a lot. Like they end up like alcoholics. Like I'm actually doing a paper on this shit right now.
Very easily,
but it's you're prone to addiction because of that addictive personality, impulsivity. Like I have this feeling, I gotta fix it.
Listen to a song you got to play that one song
over and over on a loop.
Over and over till you run it to the ground.
Right.
What are some hacks you guys created?
I do this thing where like I tell myself I have to be an adult right now. No, deadass. I'll be just like, right now, you got to be an adult. And it's just like, I have to. And I keep telling myself, whatever it is that I'm doing, I do it. Like, I'm not going to lie, like classes sometimes, like the worst thing they could do for an ADHD person, this is why college did not work for me as a kid, like going from high school. Wait, I can get up and just walk out?
Don't tell me.
And you're not going to tell my moms?
Up and down,
this 2-hour class just became a half an hour every day. Oh, wait, I don't got to go? This 2-hour class just became a day off. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
It's like as soon as the thought comes into my mind, like, you don't even have to go. You know that, right?
You have to challenge.
Not going. Like, it's tough. It's tough.
Constant self-regulation and challenging the thoughts that pop in, and the feelings that you have, and not giving into it, or having like a checks and balances system. It's like, okay, well, we have to do this right now. Once you're done, then you can do that. Or like, you know, like you said, I have to be an adult right now. So I have to sit here and I have to complete this. For me, it's like completing things. I can start something, I'll be dumb excited about it, but my follow through sucks.
Yeah,
I'll start it. I'll be mad excited about it. I'll flesh it out. I'll build the whole thing, and then
leaves,
it's just a pile of papers that you know how many.
Get to it one day.
I'm gonna say, you know how many unfinished notebooks I have.
Unfinished
like
albums,
even to like being a little messy. Like I have to have a day where it's like, this is the day that we do this. And then I have to have like a list of what to do, where to do it, and how to do it, how many times. Like I have to do things in like 15, 20 minute increments.
Yeah, same.
Else I get burnt out.
Once you get bored or burnt out, it's just like,
I'm done.
I'm done with this. I don't ever want to see this again.
Next.
And I'm not going to lie. Like I kind of like, I always thought like, when I get older, it'll go away. Bro, I'm about to be 35 next week. It hasn't gone away, so that's what's got me to the point.
What's your birthday on?
The 19th.
The 19th. What's that?
This I don't even know. I think it's Saturday.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I haven't planned anything, but I'm definitely gonna be getting drunk. I'll tell you that.
It's Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. So Saturday night. Saturday night, we Lady Titty.
So
we still doing the show?
What show?
It's your birthday.
Oh yeah. Oh, like, see what I'm talking about? We do
okay.
What shows are we talking about, sir? What's your name again?
Yo, it's that easy though.
I'm telling you, like, yeah.
I dissociate. You ever dissociate from like, you'll just be tuned out of everything for a second?
Everything.
And it's like, hey.
Like,
yeah.
Like what are you? I'm trying to tell you, like, that's so basically that just me getting to this age and like just it's like, granted, it's not ruining my life or anything. I've managed to, it's just like there's things I want to like improve as a, mid-30s year old man.
Right. And not use it as an excuse.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of want to I want to be better. There's things that, obviously I have a spending problem. I'm not going to say it's like, it's not like I'm in debt to, it's not like that. It's just like, I could have saved a couple $100 here and there.
Same.
But, McDonald's be calling me, It's like,
it's like you become like a little bit of a habit.
Yeah.
Like I had to stop going to stores. Like little stores, like the little, like the bodega, the corner stores. I had to stop doing that.
You ever go to a store and be like, yo, if I can make it out this store without spending any money?
I used to have to walk in the stores with my hands in my pockets. It's like, I used to, if somebody had to go in the store, I'm pacing outside the store because I didn't trust myself to go in without buying something or stealing something that I didn't need.
Oh shit! Well, I didn't do that.
One of my big impulses when I was younger, and I was way too crafty at it, and I was like a cute little, so nobody ever suspected. I used to make out like a fucking bandit, and it's like, this is bad. Yeah. This is really bad. It was too bad. Like,
I'm telling you, it's tough. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, I don't know. I noticed that. I don't know if it's just my algorithm because I be clicking on everything that's ADHD related in TikTok, but there's just so much information out there about on ADHD.
Yeah,
now.
I'm on neurodivergent TikTok,
and it's like, what the fuck? Like, where was this shit when I was growing up?
It.
Like, this shit wasn't like it's available, and it'd be like shit that I never knew that it was like, oh, this is why I do these stupid things. Okay, granted, it does make you feel a little better that you know that like there's a solution.
You need the skills,
or there's some type of explanation for like our little quirks, but I don't know. I just
also there's herbal supplements.
Yeah,
like ashwagandha. There's certain things that can help you regulate your focus. So.
I do want to try things that are non-stimulant first. I'm not gonna go.
Do you think Sade, I know you don't smoke no more, but do you think weed used to help with your ADHD?
It did, but then I didn't do anything. Like it just chilled me out to the point where I was kind of like
too chill.
Yeah, I was like,
you were smoking for a while, right?
But I smoked a lot to self-regulate that, especially with the moods.
It helped a lot.
It did.
It helped a whole lot. I'm not gonna lie.
It does help.
It's just I had to take the right strain. If I took a strain, I kind of like Sade say I'd be like
indicas versus sativas.
Sativas though, here's the thing.
Right.
I have anxiety.
Exactly.
So, if it's not the right strain of sativa, I be in this bitch like nigga, like it's me out here like on some like.
I haven't smoked weed in so long.
Yo, that's crazy.
I know.
Because when I met this man,
I used to be with Khalifa.
This nigga was Snoop
It was pretty bad.
People know me for smoking weed.
Yo, that ass.
Like I was my avatar.
That's crazy. I forgot you used to be on it like that.
My avatar was like smoking weed. That was like my get up.
What the fuck? You don't even smoke no more.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
That's nuts.
I took a hit a long time ago. I took a hit. My heart was like.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I don't like it anymore.
When you don't smoke for so long, your body's just like, whoa,
what the fuck going on here?
What is this? Yeah. And after that, I was like, I can't because I had like a little panic attack.
Oh, see, when I
just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
When I quit, everything that I tried to avoid. Like, it's like, fuck this shit. I'm going to smoke a blunt. All that shit that I smoked a blunt to fucking came up and out. Like, I think I cried for like 3 months after I quit. Because just like, I would use it to like self-regulate. Like, it was a self-regulation thing.
Yo,
once I stopped, I can't go back. Like, I tried it and I don't like it at all.
I won't say I don't like it. I don't like plant. I don't like flower. It has to be like through a pen. If I do smoke it, because flower is a little too potent for me, but which is crazy because you smoking the extracts, right? But when I smoke through, like if I get a nice sativa, it has to be like a good quality sativa through a pen. I get like a consistent, like, oh, all right. It's not like the ADHD's gone, but it's like
it's regulated.
I can kind of almost see it in slow motion. Like, all right, I'm about to veer off now, and it's like, no, here we're here. No. It's kind of like,
meditation helps.
Yeah. Yeah. So it does help. It does help. But I ended up using it mostly for like sleeping. Like if I was going to go to bed, I have a way better sleep when I was smoking. Meals would hit a little harder. I don't know. It's just still not quite what it needs to be though, because I don't want to be like dependent on like, because it also makes me high. You know what I mean? So I don't want to be high in order to deal with one problem, but then just create another problem, you know?
That's why I kind of got into like meditation and yoga. Like I got into like kind of tuning into myself a little better so I can be aware of the thought or the trigger or the action. Like I would be hyper kind of like fixated on certain things and then I could see, oh, this is the problem. So like meditation and like yoga, just kind of like slowing down my life on a regular basis, controlling the environments I'm in, being around certain temperament of kind of people kind of would rub off on me.
Yeah.
So I would practice like controlling my environments and stuff like that to help me. And also just having visual reminders. And
visual reminders is big.
Keep myself on task.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I have like little hacks for myself just focusing in general. You know what I mean? One person could argue that like we just people that just can't focus, or we're just people that like everybody needs help focusing and some people just choose to use a pill.
Yeah.
But I noticed with me, anxiety is synonymous with focusing. And the more I can sit down in complete peace of mind is the more intensely I can focus. Cause for example, like I don't know why I like a lot of like tedious tasks, like sitting down editing or making beats or like chain stitching and shit like that. If you're like this, like if your foot is tapping, you can't do any of that.
Yeah.
No.
You can't sit down and edit. You can't do any of that. So when it's time for me to edit, you see some people take coffee and shit. No coffee. I might do tea because it's warm and it's soothing like that. But like a perfect editing day is me running the shit off in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Getting that shit out of my system because the endorphins help you like.
Exercise is actually good for people with ADHD.
Help you chill. Clean. Make sure my environment is like nice and straight. And I'll leave social media and phone shit away for like an hour before I start editing or making beats or anything like that. Because it's like you sit your subconscious in a world like by yourself. It's almost like you're
tuning in.
A kid in your room by yourself and your parents are like doing whatever. You know, back in the day we didn't have your brain going with the phone and like.
Yeah, I don't think that shit helps either, bro. Because now you gotta think about it. There's never a time where I have to be unentertained.
Right.
There's never a time that I have to be.
We can't even sit in line no more.
In the gate. Yo, bro, the other day, like lately I don't be using my phone since I got my PC. Because like my PC is like a phone. So my phone's always dead. Like right now, yeah, look at that. This shit's always about to die. Always about to die. So I remember I just woke up and you go in the morning, take a shit. I'm saying, I don't know what y'all do. My bowel moves and I be going. So anyway, so I wake up, I go to the morning, I take a shit, right? And first thing you do, go through your shit, see what's going on in the world. And my phone died, and I was just like, nigga, I was about to, drop the shit off, and I was just like, nah, hold on.
Go get my
went to the bathroom, got up off the toilet, ran to the bathroom, ready to drink, got my charger, plugged it in this inconvenient ass corner in the bathroom, stretched the wire out. I'm on the toilet like this, nigga. Cause it's just like, what would have been the worst thing? Just taking a shit, just to take a shit, and just actually got up when I was supposed to get up.
That is important. That helps. Crazy. That helps you focus.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that helps you focus. Like just being present.
Mindfulness.
Just being mindful and present.
Yeah. Just
like even like it sounds corny, but going on a walk and leaving your phone in the crib.
Yep.
Major, bro.
Look into CBT.
Yeah.
Cognitive behavioral therapy.
Yeah.
That is something that was like very pivotal in helping me with certain skills.
Yeah, I do need to do that.
I have other things amongst that, but like and you kind of just named a lot of things that fall into CBT.
I don't know how you know how I figured this stuff out? I'm not gonna front. Doing videos for people and not playing with niggas' money. When you have to do a video, think about it. You've been shooting for 2 weeks straight and you got 6 videos lined up. And you took these niggas' money and spent it already. And now you gotta sit down and you're like, damn, I can't focus?
Nah, you gotta.
Nigga, you better sit down and focus. You better stop playing with these niggas' money.
Yeah.
So you figure out little hacks.
Accountability task.
Yeah, like there's like with editing, my phone is not even, that's why niggas complain about me and my phone. My phone is not even in the room. I don't hear no bell alert. I don't hear nothing. And I come back to my phone, it's a big boost of dopamine of, oh, this person hit me, that person hit me, this hurt me, oh, I missed that, oh, I'm gonna call this person back. Then I'm pacing and on the phone for an hour. Then I throw the phone on my bed again and get to work.
Yeah, that's so maybe that's the way you figured it out.
Solitude. That's what it is. That's the word.
That's a big.
That's the
big,
word.
Big, that's a big part.
Solitude.
And I think that's where, like, you know how your parents say you need to work on yourself. You need to stop too much friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think once I got older, I started understanding it. It's just like the more I started to, like, you know how I used to be, super popular, Mr. People, always doing something, always in the mix. And that shit changed. Like, once, like, I'm not saying it's like solved everything, because I still got, obviously, because the whole topic of this shit show is me talking about my ADHD now, but it's just now I'm trying to like zero in. But that definitely helped out. Like just when yes, you're right. When I'm working out, when I was like super in shape, you remember me being a gym head all the years, I felt a lot better, more focused. But it's still like, I don't know. There's still always that thing. I don't know if you noticed, but if you just look at me during this podcast, I'm always doing something to
Fidgety.
like, if I'm listening to you, I could be just like,
Fidget.
I'm doing this, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing this. It's just like, there's still that constant like.
You know, there's hacks. Like, there's this, I was reading The Creative Act by Rick Rubin, right? And he was saying in the book, there's different, that you can use a focus anchor of when you get into that flow state. That flow state is like when you write in rhymes and like the first bar is mad hard to come up with. And then when you think of like 2-3 bars and they just keep coming to you,
after that,
that's flow state.
Yeah.
And he said like when Eminem is in that flow state, he put on, I don't know if it's true, he'll put on a static on the TV. So now every time in his regular life, he hears that static from the TV, he can get into flow state. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so it's like intentional trigger.
Right. It's a trigger. So say if you're in that flow state with the game, chew a piece of gum that you don't really chew, and you be waxing people. But you vape all day though.
That's bad.
But I'm saying to use it as an anchor.
It has to be special. It
has to be special to where when I associate this flavor, I associate this flavor with this being in
almost
this state.
like that. What's that experiment that they did?
The marsh
with the dog.
Pavlov? Pavlov's theories.
Pavlov's.
Oh, you're talking about conditioning.
Conditioning, basically.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Pavlov's theory of conditioning.
Yeah. So
where you introduce a stimuli.
The dog, you bring the bell, the dog, you get the dog.
He starts drooling when he hears the bell, thinking it associated with food.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So that's a hack you can use to focus. You can, when you're in that state, and when you're in that state, you use something,
a neutral stimuli.
Yeah, to pair it. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's actually a good ass idea. I never even thought about that. Training myself.
There's also a book called Deep Work where they teach you how to get into that flow state. And they say
I need to reread that.
You have to give yourself 10 minutes just to enter the flow state. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't hop in it right away. So you like buffer yourself like 10 minutes to get into that flow state. When you're in that flow state, with me, I use a little rubber bouncy ball, and I'm just playing with that as like I'm editing or in a flow state. And I take constant breaks. Constant breaks helps me. I don't know with anybody else. I just trial and error a lot of this shit, so I don't know if it's fact. But with even studying, I'll study in like 20-minute increments for the whole day.
Yeah, you time block it.
It's funny you saying these things because it's really reminding. There's only thing I can associate with this is the studio. There's been so many times you come to a studio with me and I just don't get shit done. Yeah, and it's not because of you, but it's because of you being there. It's like not even because of not because of you being there. It's I used to think, when a song is meant to be made, almost like some like mystic fucking force driving the song. Like the song's right itself.
Oh, the muses.
Yeah.
Like the muse of the music. I heard the right beat.
There's times we went to the studio
could not come out.
And just couldn't
But there's times where I go in the studio and I would sit down, play the beat, whole song just gets made.
Yeah.
And it's seamless.
Right.
Maybe like there's a bar or two I had to redo just because I want to get a certain emotion out of it or a certain sound. But the song itself was just right.
Right.
And it just kind of made me feel like, damn, bro, like collabing with people is hard. I only knew how to work with myself.
I had to learn how to, because I was engineering people too. I had to learn how to get into those states
with people,
no matter what's going on.
That shit is
because
different.
it's embarrassing. Say if like you have a manager and he rents you out an expensive studio. Yeah, and like I'm making music with like shout out my boy Mike. I'm making music with Mike, and he always has girls and niggas in there, and he makes it a whole fiasco.
I can't do that.
I still have to get my verse done.
I can't do that.
But you're professional. What are you talking about?
I mean, I've done it, but I feel like the best quality of music comes out when I'm alone.
I just need that bouncy ball. That's what I'm trying to say. Just go like a little Dave and Buster's bouncy ball. As soon as I get that and I'm bouncing off the wall, and I'm in my little corner, I'm getting
back
all
in the
my
flow state.
Yeah, and like it's like I didn't know it was an anchor until I read the book.
So you didn't even realize what you was doing.
No, but I just knew that like I needed like something. Yeah,
that's fine.
I always used to be like, yo, I need something to play with.
That's fine. I need
something to play with.
Damn, I wish I could go back and tell 20-year-old me like, hey, nigga, bounce this goddamn ball, dog. Damn, that's because that, and I always wondered. I always thought like, damn, bro. Like, and you know what the funny thing is? The one person that they just worked with was Larry.
Nah, we
just made great fucking music together.
One thing that I would say, shout out to Larry too. One thing that I would say with Larry is like I would tell you all the time, I'm in it for the art. I'm in it for the colors, the aesthetic, where the art originated from and things like that. A lot of niggas that we used to make music with are doing it for sport. Yeah. They're knocking it out and they're trying to like gain some type of status. Yeah. Larry's an artist. And he's one of the only people I can remember who was like really an artist. Yeah. Like who really loved like
the artistry.
Certain chords.
Yeah.
He loves strings.
Yeah.
He like we'll have an idea and like somebody wants to try this idea and it was like, all right, try it. It's not no like ego thing like, oh, I said the idea. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's for the song's sake type shit.
Whatever it takes to build a song. And that's the thing. I don't know what it was. Like working with him was just like, it was never a conversation of who goes first, nothing like that. It was just like, we play with sounds. Yeah. And I would make a sound.
He's also a good collaborative artist.
Yeah, I don't know what it was though.
A nigga like him, he would like end up like ghostwriting like Genuine's whole shit. You get what I'm saying? And you wouldn't know. Yeah. Like somebody would just like hijack him and hold him hostage. Like Dr. Dre would just hold him hostage in the studio. Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean?
And my thing is though, it's just like it's not even about like him per se, what he brought to the table. I feel like I was able to tap into my artistry with him around. Usually my best features would be like I would do it alone. And they would hear it like, yo, I need to be on the song. Whatever. It's already done. My part's already done. When it came to me being a feature on the song, if they didn't send it to me where I can take that shit and get in my zone with it, it just would be like, I don't know. It was so weird. Like, I don't know why. Like, it's just, I don't know if it's because I ain't gonna lie, sometimes my shit get weird in the studio. Like, I gotta like make noises and shit just over the beat and just see what I see myself doing on this. Like, it's just, and if I don't know if I feel like, if I didn't feel comfortable, and it's funny because out of all the people, like, you was like, I was closest to you. I don't think we just didn't try enough. I feel like we was on our party shit a lot back then.
We was like what we were saying before the show, there's some people that gel more as friends than actual artists. Yeah. Like, I noticed with like, even my boy Amir, shout out Amir, like, we're more collaborative. You too. We're more collaborative when I'm servicing you guys. You know, like if you come to the table and you like, I want this in the soup. I want that in the soup. I want this in the soup. And I'm like, oh, like blah blah blah. Like what this? Oh yeah, like this or like and like that video back in the 90s. Oh yeah. And I'm just writing it down and I put the order up. And we collab and we think about it. When we make music videos together, they come out really good, and it's almost exactly how you envisioned it. Yeah. because I'm bringing it to life. It's like a collaborative thing. But when it's time to like meet each other,
but that Drawers Dogs is going crazy. Nah, I'm telling you, bro.
I think with that, it was. I think with
I honestly think we didn't have. We do have a different palette when it comes to music styles. I will say that, but there is a place where we meet. And I feel like finding
it's hard to find.
It's hard to find that. Yeah. It was a place because there was a couple of times I was like, "That's it," and you was like, "Yeah, that's it." But it was just like, "Wait, how do we do this?" It's just. I don't know what it was. It's just I feel like we didn't try enough. I feel like a lot of our attention was on other things at the time. Plus, you seen what we was doing back then, where we were at back then. It was a lot of confusion. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways.
Yo, we've been going on for a while again. That's another show. Thanks for tuning back into the IC. Holla at us. We'll see you next week. Peace.
You dig.